Ranking Lego TV shows and movies. These will only be TV shows that I watch, so no, there will be no Bionicle. I'm sorry, I wasn't gonna watch it just for this one video, but there will be 3 tiers: goated, mid, and trash. So without further ado, let's go. First up, we have an absolute classic, okay? The greatest Lego movie and the greatest Batman movie of all time, Lego Batman the movie. This was genuinely chef's kiss, bro. Absolutely peak to watch as a kid, bro. If you didn't watch this growing up, there was something wrong with you, and I feel so bad because there's no way you weren't able to experience this peak. It had the best jokes, the best songs, and the relationship between Batman and Joker was so funny to watch. Even though I didn't understand it as a kid, it was still so hilarious to see Joker just getting so jealous that he wasn't Batman's #1 villain. And hands down, the best thing about the movie was the comedic aspect to it. Like, there was literally nothing about the comedy that didn't land. Every single time there was a joke, it was at least somewhat funny. And there must have been like so much creative free reign over this movie because they got away with calling Robin Dick in a movie that's rated for children 9+, bro. And that is why I have to put Lego Batman in the goated tier of this tier list. You know, the first one, we're starting off strong, so let's move on to the next show or movie. This next one is going to be a 2-for-1 special, and I'm going to be talking about Lego Ninjago and Lego Ninjago the movie, because I personally believe Lego Ninjago the show and Lego Ninjago the movie went about telling the story of Garmadon and Lloyd and all the ninjas completely differently when compared to each other. But let's start with Lego Ninjago the TV show, the objectively better one. And what can I say that hasn't already been said? The plot was amazing, the characters were funny, the jokes always landed, and the plot twists were even better, bro. When I figured out Zane was a robot, it crushed me deep inside. Even though I only knew this guy for like 5 episodes at this point, figuring out he was a robot might have been the greatest plot twist of childhood history. And figuring out who the Green Ninja was probably one of the greatest things of all time. Me personally, I always wanted it to be Jay, okay? I was not a Kai Glazer, I wasn't brainwashed like the rest of you guys. But seeing Lloyd become the Green Ninja, it didn't really affect me that much, because on one hand, I kind of already knew that Jay was never going to become the Green Ninja. I just had a little bit of hope in my heart. So as long as it wasn't Kai, I was gonna be happy, bro. And when it wasn't Kai, the way I went to school and bragged in all of my friends' faces, bro. I know you guys know who you are, bro, because I was saying that so much, bro. I was laughing at you guys for thinking it ever could have been Kai, bro, and trying to hate on me for not being a Kai Glazer. But of course, we already knew that the TV show Ninjago, that is goated, bro. That's straight into goated tier. So now on to the movie version of Ninjago. Now, before I start slandering this movie, I would like to say I love the memes that come out of this movie. Just because I think the movie is bad does not mean I don't think it was funny. It definitely had its moments, but the way they assassinated all these characters, it hurt me to my core, bro. Integral parts of the character were gone for absolutely no reason, like making Master Wu just seem like an idiot, making Lloyd hated by everyone, and making Lloyd the same age as all the other ninjas without having his little, you know, upgrade transformation, and then also making Garmadon just not threatening at all. And before you come at me in the comments, yes, I understand they wanted it to be a more light-hearted movie, but I just didn't like the way they went about it, because to me, Ninjago always seemed like a serious thing. It always seemed like the jokes were secondhand to the plot, but this time when they made it seem like the plot was secondhand to the jokes. And like I said before, I do think this movie is funny. I do think its jokes are well executed. I would just like the plot to be a bit more stable. So I will be putting the movie in mid tier, but the show will have to go in goated, bro. Come on, it's Ninjago, bro. Next up, we have one of my favorite Lego shows of all time, so I might be a little bit biased, but we're gonna be talking about Nexo Knights now. When I tell you to kid me, this was the greatest piece of fiction of all time, bro. I had this over the Lego Batman movie. I had this over the Lego movie. I had this over Lego Ninjago, bro, and no one knew about it, bro. I even played the mobile game for Nexo Knights, and I begged my mom to always get me the Lego figures whenever we went out. I never got them, but I still begged every single time. Let me stop reminiscing about the past and actually talk about the show now, because I would be lying to you if I said I did not love every single character in the show. I love the villains, I love the heroes, I love Merlin. Oh my, when I figured out these guys were like robotic knights, bro, it was the coolest thing to me of all time, and they used their cool hologram shields to beat all the villains, bro. It was absolutely peak. But when they made Clay evil and they gave him that tough stone form, bro, oh my days, it might have been the greatest thing for me to witness as a kid, bro, because he was just so clean. But I'm not gonna hold you, the plot to the show was absolute trash, man. Like, tell me why the main villain, the Jester, by the way, this guy is a literal clown for the king, was mad that people were laughing at him and became evil, bro, and then got manipulated by a flipping book, bro. When I saw that as a kid, even I know that was stupid, because there's no way you're mad. People are laughing at you while you're a jester, bro. You're meant to make these people laugh, bro. You're just doing your job. job, and he got manipulated by a flipping book, bro. And on top of that, the series was also cancelled and ended on a cliffhanger technically, since season 4 was never continued with a season 5. So for all of those reasons, I do have to put Nexo Knights in the mid tier, bro. So realistically, they should be in the trash tier because it was cancelled. You know, it was a failed project, but I love Nexo Knights too much to put it in trash, bro. I'm sorry. Next up, we got another childhood classic, and we will be talking about the Lego Movie, bro. And what can I say, bro? You already know this is going straight to the goated tier, man. This was genuinely such a good movie, bro. I loved everything about it, from the song to the characters to the plot. Every single part of the Lego Movie made you feel like you were experiencing a real Lego movie, bro. That's the only way to describe it. And the way me, you, and Emmett, yes, me, you, and Emmett were simping over Lucy during that movie was absolutely insane, because she was so bad, bro. We were in love with her as kids, bro. She was our first experience to what the goth girl was like, right after Raven and Gwen. And don't even get me started on the amount of IPs they had in this, bro. They had Merlin, they had Batman, they had Green Lantern, they had literally everyone you could ever ask for, bro. If you had a Lego toy, they were gonna be in that movie. And the best thing about this show is they didn't only just lean into the aspect that they were Lego, bro. They also leaned into the aspect of the plot, bro. Like, them being Lego was so integral to the movie. When I saw that kid and the dad show up, bro, and he was just messing up everything, and that's why oh my days. And the glue, bro, oh my god, it was so peak, bro. I love the Lego Movie so much, man. It was genuinely a great part of my childhood. So straight into the goated tier you go. Now, last but not least, we have the #1 Lego show that I never ever hear anyone talking about, and that's gonna be Lego Legends of Chima. And I only have 5 words to describe this show. First thought, transcending the game, bro. Because this was genuinely one of the greatest Lego shows of all time, bro. The plot, the characters, every single thing about it didn't feel forced, alright? Everything about it felt like it just rolled off the tongue perfectly, and it was actually very entertaining to watch growing up. And before I start absolutely glazing the show for the absolute peak that it is, I need to talk about how annoying those damn crocodiles were, bro. Because I promise you, they just had beef for no reason, and they were so easily manipulated. Now, I do not blame the main villain for being manipulated. He was told, do not listen to your sister because she is evil. She's a villain. But that evil conniving dictator gets this magical flower that makes the main villain do whatever she wants, bro. It actually made me so mad as a kid, because why was she able to have this flower, bro? It was literally the insta-win card, bro. And on top of that, the main character was low-key just an asshole, bro. Like, he hated them crocodiles for no reason. Ever since they went to war, he was preying on their downfall at every single opportunity, asking the ultimate legend beast protector of Chima to come jump them with him, bro. Like, what the hell, man? Now, let me stop hating and talk about why I love this show so much. And for the first reason is that the main character wasn't technically in the right, bro. He was wrong for what he did, and he was able to understand that from episode 1 that he was the bad guy, and he just wanted to help his friend change. On top of that, they don't make the whole plot of, bro, you're just misunderstanding me, please, you need to listen to me. No, it's that this guy's actively being manipulated. He doesn't want to be evil. He understands what he's doing is wrong at some points, but his sister always comes in with that magical OP one-shot villain, evil villain creator flower, and manipulates him again. And I like that so much, because in a lot of kid shows, you always see a misunderstanding just dragged out for way too long, and the character just can never actually come to an agreement, even though they're smart enough to understand that's not what's going on. Like, why can my main villain be stopped by having a rational conversation for like 20 seconds, bro? So obviously, I'm gonna have to put this show in the goated tier. I loved it, you loved it, we all loved Lego Legends of Chima. And just like that, you've reached the end of another one of my videos. Thank you so much for watching, bro. This means more than you can imagine if you made it all the way to the end. And if you made it all the way to the end, you probably like my content, so, you know, like, subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss a single video. I don't really know how to do outros like this, but thank you so much for watching. I would just like to say I appreciate all of you so much, and to have a great day and stay blessed. You know, I hope I helped you get your mind off something. I hope I helped you have a little bit of a better day, and I hope I made you laugh just a little bit. So until I see you next time, peace out.